All right, it's Kit and Prue from our Rural Reset.
Hello.
And we're going to quickly do a garden update. And then I'm just going to show you a couple of things which we're going to set as some goals for today to try and get through. Come on, have a look. So I've replanted out the corn. They're all coming through, new lettuces, and then I got baby lettuces behind there. The tomatoes are all looking really good. I'm not getting as much height as I expected, so I'm not sure what's going on there. What I have learned in the last couple of weeks is that I'm potentially overwatering, like severely overwatering. I'd set it up for every couple of days. I'd set it up for every day, and I'm going to move. I've turned all the automation off, and I'm going to move to using the finger method and seeing if the soil's still damp underneath, but it's all looking good. Things are still growing, so we're doing something well. Tomatoes, we've got the beans finishing up. I've got new beans planted in. The capsicums, if you have a quick look, they're really not growing much higher, but again, I think it might be an overwatering issue, which I'm working through right now. And if you look behind you, the beautiful sunflower just keeps producing heads.
It's insane.
It's insane, isn't it? Now, we've had some extreme heat over the last week or so, 40+ degree days, late 30 degree days in Celsius. So I think they're just suffering from a bit of heat stroke. So I'm regularly watering the base and trying to get them to bounce back. But it's been beautiful to have this here. We've got our cucumbers, we've got some garlics, we've got our Roma tomatoes all coming in. Marigolds are kicking goals.
Yay.
And then we've got the potatoes, new potatoes over in the back corner there. Old potatoes finishing up. We've got our raspberries. The strawberries having extreme problems with it, but I'm also doing nothing about it at the moment. We've got possums coming in and you can see they're just eating all the tops of the sweet leaves. So I've really got to fix this and get a cage over it or some sort of thing. And then we'll go down this side. These are all the self-seeded tomatoes. They're doing better than the seedling tomatoes that I brought up. They're looking a bit wilted today again. Again, this heat is just sapping all of the energy. So one of the goals for today is we're going to move this garden bed to be in line with the chicken coop and across here and to the fence. That's going to give us roughly an extra metre of garden space. Now, I haven't really utilised the garden space I have at the moment. I've got bits and pieces going in every day and growing, but I think that if we fill that and have this, we're going to have a really sort of successful crop. We're going to have tons of space to keep planting stuff and see how we go. So we're going to have to dig out all this grass. We're going to have to straighten up and move all of that. We're going to have to remove some bricks over there in the corner. So it's going to be a pretty big job, but it's kind of a good time to do it now. We had some rain last night, so hopefully the soil's soft. And we're going to have some rain in the next couple of days, so hopefully that'll water everything in. If you want to come down to the chicken coop really quickly, we've got to turn all the soil in the bottom of the chicken coop over, and I'm going to bring some of that soil out so that I can use it in the new garden bed that we're going to make. Again, it's time to clean out the bottom of the chicken coop, move all the poop out to our little composting area, and there's just general maintenance that you just have to keep doing. At the moment, our door gets stuck.
Speaking of general maintenance.
So I just need to put some braces in this door so that it doesn't go out. You can see that I've braced all the main area here, and I just forgot to do the door. And over time, it's just started shearing itself down. So that's kind of the jobs that we have to do today. And that's kind of an update as well. So let's get into it.
Let's go. Okay, Operation Garden Bed is underway. Simple string line. It kind of looked a little skew-whiff, but then we fixed it once we checked our measurements, took out the bricks. It was all going so well until I tried to dig out my turf side and it was like concrete. So we had to hose it down, and by hose it down, I'm not even kidding, we were at this for like 20 minutes. So we had a little time to get onto the girls' coop. So he's freshening it up with new sugarcane mulch in their laying boxes. And meanwhile, he's filled up that green bucket there. That goes under our orange tree to curate into this fabulous garden soil that we use, and we have another video on it. I'll link it here. Next job was to brace that door that was sticking, and that's done. The girls are happy. I will be painting it white because, of course, white is everything. Now that the grass had gotten soaked, we managed to lift it a lot easier, and we used this little checkerboard pattern. This was hard work, and during this, Kit and I were discussing how many beers we could possibly have had while we were doing this, because this was seriously hard yakka. I'm telling you, I am sore right now just watching this video. Of course, there were no beers to be had yet. We just worked on roughing up the soil and picking up the rocks, and then we met again up in the middle. Oh, cute. We had a kiss. That is so sweet. See, you can work with your partner and still not kill each other. Now it was time to move the sleepers forward, and obviously that was just a simple movement of coming forward, leveling them up. We only had to cut one board to fit it in, so this was actually the easiest part and the most satisfying part. Guys, we are almost there. We are bringing in the soil, the magic soil from the chicken coop. This was several wheelbarrow loads, and can I tell you, you can't tell from this clip, the wheelbarrow has a flat tire, so my life got so much harder during this period, but we worked together and teamwork makes the dream work because we smashed this out. We ended up only having to add about 3 bags of soil that Kit had lying around just to flesh it out a little bit, and then we worked that all in. I must say we were pretty exhausted at this point. Last job was to collect up all of the turf. Kit continued to do that because I was complaining at this point because my back was really sore. So I got given the job of putting the sugarcane mulch over the top. Kit had the final job of putting the turf back in the chicken coop. Look at the finished product. We are going to lay some seeds down. We love each other still, so it's all good in the world. Thanks for watching.